Hello and welcome back to Study History with Mr. P. So my GCSE History topic summary for today is from the Anglo Saxon and Norman England topic and looks at Anglo Saxon government. So there were several aspects to Anglo Saxon government and we're going to start with the Witan. This was the council that advised the king on issues of government. The Witan was made up of the most important aristocrats in the kingdom, including earls and archbishops. And it discussed things such as possible foreign threats, religious affairs and land disputes. The Witan also had an important role in approving the new king. And whilst the king did not have to follow the Witan's advice, he often did. The king also decided who would be appointed to the Witan and when it would meet, so the king did have a fair amount of control over the Witan. Earldoms were also an important aspect of Anglo-Saxon government. These were large areas of land controlled by the earls. The earls were then responsible for collecting taxes for their earldom, and the earls themselves became very rich because they kept about 1/3 of the revenue collected. The earls also oversaw justice and legal punishments in their earldom, and they had great military power because they were the lords of hundreds of thanes within their earldoms. Military service was also important in the fjords. So each group of 5 hides of land had to provide 1 man for the fjords and the battle equipment for that man. Local government was also important in Anglo-Saxon England. So the earldoms themselves were divided into shires, which had social, political, economic and military functions. The shires were then subdivided into hundreds, and hundreds were divided into tithings. Now shire reeves or sheriffs were the king's local government official in each shire, and they had to collect revenue from the king's land, collect the geld tax, collect fines from the shire court, and they had to enforce and witness the law. They also had to provide men for the fjords, look after the roads and fortifications, and it was when the king issued orders, he issued them to the shire reeves through writs. Tied in with all of this was also the legal system. Blood feuds were an important part of this. This was a revenge system based on loyalty and honour. So, for example, if somebody was killed, the victim's family had the right to kill someone from the murderer's family, who then had the right to get revenge themselves and so on, which created a vicious spiral of murders. The Wergild then was a solution to blood feuds, where the victim's family received compensation instead of going in seeking revenge. But the key aspect of the legal system in Anglo-Saxon times was really the sense of collective responsibility. It was the duty of all members of a tithing to hunt for a criminal by raising the hue and cry.